He stuck his finger in the end of your what?
Would you shut up? Everybody would be looking. And I don't really understand what happened, Paul. You said you...
How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another edition of Western Wednesdays. Today's film I'm going to be watching is Support Your Local Sheriff. So I think this one is kind of similar to Cat Ballou, where it's more of a spoof than a kind of more serious dramatic take on a Western. A couple of people have actually recommended this one, so I thought it was due to go back and return to a comedy in the Western genre. I don't know anybody who's in this film at all. Don't know anything about it. I'm assuming it's about a sheriff of some kind that needs support. But yeah, that's it. I don't know anything else about it. But guys, just before I get into the reaction, I put up a little community post asking if people would be interested in me doing a Q&A video. A couple of responses, but I just thought it might be cool, just another avenue maybe for interaction. I love like the discussions in the comments relating to the film. There's always a lot of fun, but I just thought it might be interesting for both me and you. To just another form of interaction and kind of get you involved. If you're not interested, that's absolutely fine. I just thought I'd try it out there as an option for you. So if you are, you can let me know in the comments if that's something of interest to you as well. But anyway, if you enjoyed this reaction, please give it a like and hit the subscribe button. That'd be fantastic. With that said, let's get into it.
Consign the mortal remains of Millard Frymore, or whatever his name really was. I ain't really go, and was promptly struck down by whatever deadly disease it was struck him down.
Pretty vague.
It remains. Get out! Get out! Second country in search of a common goal. I'm certain you will agree.
Hey, Paul, what is the matter with you?
Take a look.
Ain't you got any reference for anything?
What? Therefore, I'd like to remind everyone we're here to consign.
It's gold, Henry.
Gold?
Down there in the grave.
What? Let's get this coffin out of the way and have a look.
Get out of my gold mine!
Oh, Walter Brennan's in it. He was in Red River now.
Lynchings, gunfights, and that drunken revelry going on in Madame Moore's house 24 hours a day.
The only reason I'm mayor and the others are councilmen is because nobody else wanted the job. And don't forget, Tom, we're all mine owners ourselves.
All right, then we recruit our own.
How? We can't even recruit enough dishwashers, so how are we going to recruit any troops? Nobody.
And it's going to stay that way till we can find ourselves a sheriff that doesn't turn tail and run the minute someone takes a shot at him.
It's kind of one of the fun things about when you're performing in a comedy is you can really like let yourself go and experiment a lot. You're playing a villain to an extent as well. That's why I'd much prefer to play a villain than a good guy, because you could more scope I think to go at. I think it's a bit like Darcy from Mr. Darcy from the mini-series of Pride and Prejudice. Oh. Oh crap.
It wasn't. And he didn't draw first. You did.
Are you calling me a liar?
Well, now, you heard every word I said, and I didn't call you a liar. Oh, Jason McCullough. What's yours?
Joe Danby. And you had better remember it.
Remember it, Joe? That's about all I'm going to do the rest of my life is go around remembering your name.
Wow, $3 for breakfast. I have to say, I remember I used to go to, when I was living in America, I used to go to this diner and it was about $6-7 for a meal. Like a chicken burger, chips, and like a drink.
That's what they call inflation. Sometimes it catches you right in between mouthfuls.
Well, at least he was polite about it. Fair enough, you want to have your meal. Just walk with a purpose. Oh god. Okay, now she's gonna snap.
You want to grab something?
Everything looks too slippery.
What does that mean?
Well, nothing.
Fiery temper in her.
About the job of sheriff.
You interested in the job of sheriff?
Well, maybe.
We've had 3 sheriffs in the past 2 months, but only 2 of them got killed.
Oh, what about the other one?
Well, he quit kind of sudden-like. At my house, my daughter does the cooking.
Well, gentlemen, I think it's only fair to tell you that
Wonder
I'm
is that
only interested in
lady
this
was
job on a
fighting his
temporary
daughter.
basis and pick myself up a little steak.
What do you want to go to Australia for?
Well, it's the last of the frontier country. Thought I might like to do a little pioneering.
You ain't said nothing yet about your qualifications for the job.
Oh, don't
He
worry
wants to
about
do
that.
it.
If I take it, you'll be glad. There you are. No point, just an exhibition of marksmanship. The bullet went through the hole in the center.
Would you mind doing it again, Mr. McCullough?
You want me to do it again?
If you don't mind.
In your terms, mister. We'll rush to meet him.
Fine, as long as everything's straight.
This new jail has sure got everything.
Even a new stove with a coffee pot already on it.
The only thing it hasn't got is iron bars for the cell.
Well, all right, I'll think of something.
Just one of the minor
You ain't
aspects of
wanted
a
for
jail.
anything anywhere, are you, Mr. McCullough?
It's his first job to break this up, the sheriff.
Mr. Mayor, if I could get...
At least he'll wash the dirt off him.
We got a new sheriff. Let's see if he scares as easy as the last sheriff.
There's a fella in there by the name of Joe Danby. You tell him I remember his name. He's under arrest for murder. I'll be in to pick him up in about 20 minutes.
You won't find a better jail for 200 miles.
That is, if you can find one at all.
We should be getting the bars in any day now.
Well, that ought to do it.
That ought to do what, Sheriff?
That ought to take care of it until we get the bars in. I'd like to go over and pick them up and then get settled in where I'm going to stay, if you don't mind.
Sure thing, Sheriff. I got a nice room for you at my house.
So she is the daughter. She's making it worse at this stage, I think.
Sheriff, before you go down to arrest Joe Danby, a couple of things I guess you ought to know. Well, the Danbys, there's 4 of them, father and 3 sons.
You're the strangest girl I ever met. I suppose you have some reason for sitting up there like that.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Danvers.
What in the world? Prudy, is this man bothering you? She got her hair caught in the ice cream freezer.
That is one hell of a laugh.
I think...
Didn't go down there and tell Joe like you asked.
Why not?
Because nobody's paying me to take chances like that. Anyway.
It's bad enough to have to kill a man without having to listen to a whole lot of stupid talk from him first.
Oh, nice. Hey, the guy's deputy.
I couldn't let him shoot you in the back.
3 killings in one saloon alone. The sun hasn't even gone down yet. Any more of this foolishness, and I'm gonna close this place up.
No more shooting till the sun goes down. Is that what he said? That's close enough, brother. Drinks are on the house.
Him, he ain't nothing but the town character.
What is the town character? I'm now a deputy sheriff.
Now, where is he going to hold him? Behind that line.
Now, Joe, the cell on the right here is yours.
You expect me to sit here in this lousy cell on that? What is that red stuff all over the floor there?
Oh, that's the poor fella that crossed the line earlier today. Now, Joe, you just stay right there and behave.
Isn't there a hole in the wall as well?
Maybe if you wanted something to read. In the back, you fired 2 shots.
Imagine looking out from the hole.
I figured
The
they
wall.
went in. Oh,
Surprised if it was just a case of like they had a small budget, so they couldn't afford to get it set for a proper jail, so just use that as a joke instead. Monty Python's The Holy Grail. When they're riding horses, they're actually just like this, and there's coconuts, because they just didn't have the budget for real horses, and it ended up being like one of the funniest jokes in the whole film.
Joe,
Oh.
I took the bullets out. You just won't play the game, will you? I keep laying down the rules.
We let the judge decide that.
We do have a judge around here, don't we?
We never needed one till you come to town and ruined everything. Oh, that's funny.
Checkmate.
I'm curious as to why you picked Jake.
Well, Jake backed me up when it really counted. I'd have to wait and find that out about another man.
What are you...
You was on fire, Prudy! Prudy, you was on fire!
Well, that's quite a daughter you got yourself there, Mr. Mayor.
I think she's crazy.
Well, she...
I mean, you are disinterested, ain't you?
Oh, I think you could safely say that, yes.
She's a rich little old gal,
And whoever marries her gets the mine.
shaft and all.
Yeah, well, that won't hurt her in certain circles, will it?
You're just liable to go charging in there.
And then what?
Nothing. I didn't mean nothing.
You ain't got brains enough to mean nothing. You get one of my children in your jail here.
How dare you walk into my office and pull a gun on me? A gun on me?
I said take your finger out of the end of my gun.
Well, until I do, you better take your finger off that trigger and let the hammer down real slow.
That gun had gone off, it had blown right up in my face.
Well, now, it wouldn't have done my finger a hell of a lot of good either, would it?
Hi, Pa.
What is this? No bars nowhere. What's keeping you in here?
That guy out there?
Lonely man.
Lonely? Danby? Why, he's a mean, no-good, low-down bushwhacker.
No wonder he's lonely.
Never heard that term.
He stuck his finger in the end of your what?
Would you shut up? Everybody would be looking.
Well, I don't really understand what happened, Paul. You said you had your
The fastest gun to ever hit anywhere.
everybody. That's all they're talking about all over
You
town.
know, struck a chord
What
at
can he
Mr.
do
Danby.
against three of them?
You can tell.
He didn't throw a scare into you, did he, Paul? I didn't mean that the way it sounded. I didn't mean, did he?
Yeah, he maybe made me a little more thoughtful. He maybe made me realize that now that we got a little money for the first time in our lives, and this would be a dumb time to find out who's the fastest with a gun, us or some show-off that might be lucky, even if he weren't good.
Can I talk to you a minute?
Sure, Miss Fruity.
Could... What?
Nothing. You just said you were a dumb little old girl from a little old hick town, a jerk
I
water
know
partner.
what I said. Well, how about up in the tree? Half naked, dripping wet.
That one
Half
would
naked.
take a little
It's a
explanation.
bit much.
Attractive man thinking I was a hopeless loony.
Well, loony maybe, but in lay her cards on the table.
I believe what?
It's laying her cards on the table when I think that a man, well, he should lay his cards on the table too. However, if you're thinking of anything more serious, I'm afraid I'll have to warn you that I'm on my way to Australia, passing through here.
Why, you conceited.
Conceited? I'm only trying to tell you that I'm on my way to Australia.
You're thinking of entering into one of those? What's the matter with you?
You think something's the matter with me?
Good night.
Maybe you're better off just staying away from her.
What you mean is 60 for you and 40 for me.
Well, thank you, Jake. That's very generous.
Well, for one thing, I was a whoreholder at Madame Horse's, horse holder at Madame Moore's house.
You were a what?
Horse would get full, and I'd hold the extra horses, sometimes all night.
It seems to me like you spent a lot of time with horses.
Yeah, a little less embarrassing when someone walks in and you're just standing there with no bars and a hole in the
The
wall.
night he came in here, we had that little chat.
Where will I find the sheriff?
Yeah.
Imagine he's in the jail across... No. Wait a minute, there he is now.
More of a straightforward gun battle like you'd see in a
Anybody
regular
know who
western.
he was?
Thanks for pointing me out to him.
This the next guy coming in?
Wait here just a minute, I'll come back and I'll join you.
What's the name of that? Oh, fuck.
Arnie, I think I just...
He said he'd just be just a minute. Oh, here we go. Classic draw. So I haven't seen a lot of these. I'm surprised by the films, westerns I've watched so far. That's one way of getting rid of him. Dogs giving him a hand.
Now he's done it.
Who?
That sheriff. What's he done? He's pushed me too far this time. That's what he's done. Get you out of jail.
How?
Leave that to me. I got it all figured out. We'll do it tonight.
Have you?
All ready? Now he's really done it. And I want you to ride over to Uncle Milt. You tell him to bring Steve and George and young Milt. And Tom, you ride out to Uncle Irish. Anyone else he can think to bring. I ain't fooling around no longer.
Wow, it's beautiful scenery. Absolutely stunning.
Nothing romantic about it, Sheriff.
You gotta say, America has some fantastic scenery and locations.
It's surprising how well you've gotten to know me in such a short time, Miss Prudy.
She's got past the awkward face, has she?
Milt Danby is rounding up his two brothers and all of their sons and all of their hired hands. And they're going to ride into town and they're going to take care of you. And
Just get out of town before they ride in. Just ride out and keep on going.
I don't believe it.
I've never made any secret of the fact that basically I'm on my way to Australia.
Yeah, he said that a couple of times from the get-go.
I think that is one of the most mature things I've ever heard of a man doing.
You don't think it sounded a little cowardly? I mean, for a man to take a job and then when the going gets a little rough, cowardly thing in my life, no matter what you or anybody else might think.
He wants her to tell him it's cowardly.
It is cowardly.
Justified.
I'm surprised at a girl that will keep throwing herself at a man when she secretly thinks he's a coward. You think that I was going to turn tail and run at the first sight of trouble?
Well, why shouldn't I? That's what you just said you were going to do.
Yeah, that's fair enough, like. Here's the posse. He's
Well, now he's not going to leave
in
town.
arachnophobia. He's the doctor.
Remember how long we waited to find a man who'd stand up to the Danbys? Do you remember what this town was like before murdering?
As your father, I may have to take that kind of talk from you, but as the mayor of this town, I sure as hell don't. Throw her out, boy.
Well, you might as well forget about getting any help from anybody in this town. Or from anybody for 100 miles.
Was he expecting any help?
We don't turn down any help you can get.
How's Joe?
Oh, he figures he's going to be out of here, and we're going to be dead about this time tomorrow.
Reminds me of High Noon. I wonder is it kind of a comment on that a little bit as well, or a play on that. And Gary Cooper's wife in High Noon helped him as well, so maybe it's kind of referencing that.
You're under arrest. Throw down your guns and I'll accept your surrender.
Jesus. Fucking hell, they didn't even think twice there. Oh, nice shot.
Just hold it. Okay, go ahead.
How the hell did they not see him bringing him down?
I want all you people, unstrap your gun belts, throw your rifles down.
Don't think you're gonna bluff me out with that old cannon, do you? Why, it ain't even loaded.
Well, so...
You stay out of this, you miserable coward.
It's easy for you to say when you're the one that's right by the cannon.
Jake, let Joe loose, then.
You weren't going to really blow him up, were you?
Oh, of course not. That thing isn't loaded.
Which way it is loaded, that's it. It is.
Disturbing the peace, that's what it is.
Well, I didn't know that damn thing was loaded. I've never done anything to an unfortunate girl in my life.
Support your local sheriff. What the hell? What in the name of God is going on there?
From now on, when you pick on this young lady, you'll be picking on my girl.
We didn't have any idea the wind blew that way, Sheriff.
You keep out of this. What do you mean, your girl?
Come on, you've had that look in your eyes since the first day I hit town. after we're married, no matter how many kids we got, when I say we're off to Australia, we pack up kids and all, and off we go.
I don't know, I wouldn't fancy all the poisonous spiders, to be honest.
I like it like that. Are you really one of the richest girls in this part of the country?
The richest.
Well, that's nice. Really?
Yeah, it's a nice little bonus. Right, so that was Support Your Local Sheriff. And yeah, listen, it was okay. It wasn't like the greatest Western I've seen. But there were some genuinely funny moments in it, you know, I laughed out loud. But I think what I like best about watching these kind of comedy ones as well is I'm exploring all the different areas of the Western. So like, you know, you've kind of the old style ones with John Wayne, you've kind of the spaghetti Westerns, you've kind of the Eastwood era, and then you've kind of these comedies, and then maybe some more modern ones. Like last week I watched Tombstone, so I'm kind of getting a flavour and a mix for all different aspects of the genre, so I do like that. But no, as I said, there was some very funny moments in it, and yeah, I was entertained, you know, it was fun. But I let me know in the comments though, I mean, like, where would Support Your Local Sheriff rank among your favourite Westerns, and then I guess where would it rank more so among your favourite parody/comedy Westerns? Yeah, I'd love to get some conversations going in the comment, guys, so yeah, let me know about that. But guys, until next time, slán go fóill.